Think about the last time you snapped at a partner over a minor inconvenience, or shut down completely over a single criticism. In the silence after that reaction, we usually reach for a familiar defense. That's just the way I'm wired. We treat our personality as a static object, a fixed set of traits determined before we ever had a say in them. But if you examine that moment of frustration, did that reaction feel like it belonged to you? Or did it feel like you were suddenly reciting lines from a script you didn't actually write? These are inherited scripts, deep-seated patterns of thinking and behaving, programmed by family dynamics and social expectations. They act as an unconscious autopilot. Our brains turn repeated actions into efficient habits, creating a trap. We mistake these automatic reflexes for a permanent, unchangeable character. Relying on the phrase, "that's just who I am," effectively surrenders your agency to past conditioning. It hides the specific psychological gears that are actually turning every time you make a choice. If we want to see those gears, we have to look past the idea of a solid personality and see identity as a living network of moving parts. This network is built from 10 psychodynamic dimensions, the basic building blocks of consciousness that drive every thought and feeling. Rather than static traits, these are active energies that are constantly interacting. To understand how this works, we freeze time at the exact millisecond before a reaction takes hold. This is the machinery beneath your surface. One shape represents the psychoprotective dimension. In this frozen moment, it's already hard at work, attempting to build a wall to keep your ego safe from whatever threat it perceives. At the same time, the psychoempathic dimension is pulling in the opposite direction. It's trying to understand the other person's perspective and maintain a human connection. The psycho-meditative dimension acts as the stabilizer here. It tries to integrate these conflicting poles, attempting to find a logical, integrated middle ground within the emotional chaos. This is a system of dynamic interconnectedness. Because every part of the mobile is linked, shifting just one element, like sharpening your ability to be empathic, forces the entire structure to reorganize itself. This means character is not a life sentence. It is a sensitive instrument that can be tuned through conscious effort. When you realize the structure is fluid, the question shifts from "who am I?" to "how do I take control of the threads?" Taking control requires decoupling, the practice of using focused attention to pause just before an emotion crystallizes into a reactive behavior. This pause activates the psycho-volitional dimension. This is the capacity of human will, the power to override your autopilot and choose a response that actually aligns with your principles. This is the slow, repetitive work of identifying your inherited scripts and proactively adjusting your internal responses before an old pattern can take over. When you are no longer defined by the reflexes of your past, you have to decide who you intend to become tomorrow. This brings us to sovereign architecture, an inner state of control and self-mastery, where your psychological dimensions are deliberately aligned with your values. The intentional, ongoing crafting of this inner integration turns character into a conscious creation. It is the process of deciding, moment by moment, to become the person you choose to be.